Please tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I'm 26 years old. I'm a makeup artist and a student. I'm doing youth and community development in college at the moment. My aim in the future would be to open a makeup school or teach youths makeup, because I love working and teaching people.
So what brought you into all of that?
Ever since I was very young, my mother wanted me to go to college, wanted me to have my own job, not depend on a man, just have my own stability, my own independence. Whereas in my family, coming from the Irish travelling community, that's not something that is known of, really. My mother is a traveller and my daddy is settled. I grew up with my mother's side of the family. My father wasn't really in my life from the age of about 12 on. Since I was, I'd say 12, in my culture, you're always brought up by 16, you're going to get married. My mother always wanted me to grow up, go to college, go travelling, not to get married. I was lucky to come from a family that worked and wanted to better themselves and do these things.
You're constantly educating yourself, which is very good.
I'm actually kind of addicted now to education, and I feel like when I'm not doing any courses, I don't really know what to do with myself.
You literally done all that by yourself, you know what I mean?
Well, I had help. I had everyone encouraging me. A bit of
means a lot.
support, that's all it takes.
Yeah.
I faced so much discrimination throughout my life for being a traveller. Like going into pubs, I do drink, but I've often went out and I wouldn't drink because I'd have to be the sober driver and I'd be told I was too drunk. Sorry, I have to ask you to leave, and it would just be from them looking at us. I feel like when you're a traveller and you're constantly looked down upon, there's constant bad news and stuff about you. It kind of makes you not feel good about yourself. I taught a makeup class recently, and there was someone in there talking about travellers, not knowing that I was a traveller at the top of the classroom, running down travellers and mocking the way they speak. And I was like, I've been so nice in here, and they don't know that I was a traveller. I don't go in and introduce myself, I'm Chantelle, a traveller. And I was thinking, that's so sad that they have that opinion, you know, but yet they're after meeting me and I'm a nice traveller, you know.
I hear you on that one totally. It's me. I often think to myself, people that would kind of throw hate at me, you've never even met me.
That's it.
You don't even know me.
Yeah, and I used to take so much offence now when I first started off having TikTok or Instagram and things like that. If someone wrote a bad comment, that used to really affect me mentally.
I just ignore them. Do you know why? Because they're bullies.
That's it.
When I started transitioning over 30 years ago, there was probably about 25 or 30 of us around the same time. There's only 4 of us left. You know, the rest have either taken their own lives, they've gotten married, and then they haven't been accepted. And the suicide rates.
I know that in the Irish travelling community, the suicide rate is so high. Over bullying, over the stigma of you're no good. And some people don't have the mentality to rise above that, and they end up committing suicide. We have one of the highest rates of suicide, which is so sad to think in this day and age it's still continuing.
As a trans person, it was often said it was a mental issue. And I often say, well, I didn't start out with mental problems, but I ended up with them because of what society did to me. Do you feel that's the same within
Definitely
your community?
If you're walking up to the door of a pub, people would say, wear a long jacket, hide the way you're dressed, talk quietly. You know, you're changing the way you were brought up all your life to think that is a normal way. I'm lucky enough to have the mentality I get over them things. A lot of people don't get over them things, and there's not enough education around it.